Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the magical story of Beauty and the Beast. This timeless tale isn't just about enchantments and castles. It's about finding true beauty and kindness within. So, as we journey through Belle's adventure with the Beast, keep an ear out for some interesting expressions and idioms we'll explore at the end.
Once upon a time, there was a wealthy merchant who had 3 daughters. The youngest, Belle, was beautiful, intelligent, and kind-hearted, unlike her older sisters, who were vain and selfish. Belle enjoyed reading and found happiness in simple pleasures, while her sisters wanted only luxurious things. The merchant adored Belle for her gentle spirit and humility. One day, the merchant lost his entire fortune when his ships were caught in a storm. With nothing left, he and his daughters moved to a small cottage in the countryside, where they had to work hard just to survive. The 2 older sisters complained bitterly about their new life, but Belle accepted her new situation and continued to find joy in her family and books. Months later, the merchant received word that one of his ships had returned safely to port. He was overjoyed, hoping that he could finally recover some of his lost wealth. Before setting out on his journey, he asked each of his daughters what they wanted as a gift. The 2 older sisters asked for fine dresses and jewels, but Belle asked only for a single rose. The merchant set off, and after arriving at the port, he was devastated to find his ship's cargo had already been seized to pay his debts. Saddened and defeated, he began his journey home. Along the way, he became lost in a dark, dense forest. After wandering for hours, he saw a mysterious castle in the distance. Hoping for shelter, he approached the castle and, to his amazement, found that the doors were open and the inside was lit with candles, as if someone was expecting him. The merchant entered and called out, but no one appeared. The castle seemed empty, yet a magnificent feast was laid out on the dining table. He ate heartily, grateful for the unexpected kindness. After his meal, he wandered through the castle's beautiful gardens, where he saw a rose bush blooming with the most beautiful roses. Remembering Belle's request, he picked a single rose to bring back to her. Just then, a terrifying roar echoed through the garden, and a monstrous beast appeared, furious at the merchant's theft. The beast accused him of repaying hospitality with treachery and threatened to kill him. The merchant begged for mercy, explaining that he had only taken the rose as a gift for his daughter. The beast finally agreed to spare his life, but only on one condition: the merchant must return with one of his daughters to take his place at the castle. The merchant reluctantly promised, and the beast allowed him to leave. When the merchant returned home, he tearfully explained the situation to his daughters. The older sisters refused to go, but Belle, knowing it was her request that led to her father's predicament, insisted on going in his place. She bid her family farewell and bravely set off to the beast's castle. Upon her arrival, Belle was met by the beast, who treated her kindly despite his frightening appearance. She soon realized that he was not as cruel as he seemed. The beast gave her freedom to roam the castle and its beautiful grounds and provided her with luxurious rooms, books, and wonderful meals. Over time, Belle grew fond of the beast, who showed her great kindness and understanding. They spent many evenings talking, and Belle was surprised to discover that he had a gentle and thoughtful nature beneath his monstrous appearance. One evening, the beast asked Belle if she would marry him. She gently declined, explaining that she thought of him as a dear friend, not as a husband. Though disappointed, the beast respected her answer and continued to treat her with kindness. He gave her a magic mirror that would allow her to see her family whenever she wished. One day, Belle saw in the mirror that her father was gravely ill. She begged the beast to let her visit her family, and he reluctantly agreed. though he asked her to return after 1 week. Belle returned home, and her father's health improved greatly upon seeing her. Her sisters, jealous of Belle's beautiful clothes and tales of the castle, tried to convince her to stay longer, hoping that the beast would grow angry and punish her. Moved by her father's love, Belle stayed longer than promised, forgetting about the beast's loneliness. One night, Belle had a terrible dream in which she saw the beast lying in the castle garden, dying from heartbreak. She awoke, realizing that she loved him and that he truly needed her. In a panic, Belle returned to the castle as fast as she could. She found the beast lying motionless in the garden, just as she had seen in her dream. With tears streaming down her face, Belle begged him to live, confessing that she loved him. At that moment, a magical transformation occurred. The beast's monstrous form melted away, revealing a handsome prince. The castle and its surroundings were also transformed, regaining their former beauty. The prince explained that he had been cursed by an enchantress for his selfishness and arrogance, and only true love could break the spell. Belle's love had saved him. Overjoyed, Belle and the prince returned to her family to share the news and bring them to live at the castle. The older sisters, now humbled by Belle's kindness and bravery, realized the importance of love and humility. Belle and the prince were married and lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom with wisdom and compassion. And Belle's love story with the beast became a cherished tale, teaching generations about the value of inner beauty, kindness, and the transformative power of love.
Explanation of idioms and phrases. Let's break down a few key phrases and idioms from our story. Lost his fortune. This means to lose all or a large amount of one's wealth or money. In the story, the merchant lost his fortune when his ships were damaged, leaving him in financial ruin. Found himself lost. This phrase is used when someone realizes they're in an unexpected or confusing situation. For instance, the merchant found himself lost in the dark forest, meaning he was in a place he didn't recognize or know how to escape from. To be left in despair, despair refers to a feeling of complete hopelessness. When Belle didn't return, the beast was left in despair, deeply saddened and feeling hopeless without her. To break the spell here, it's both literal and idiomatic. In fairy tales, spells are broken by true love or bravery, but this phrase is often used to mean ending a difficult or challenging situation. Belle's true love broke the spell and transformed the beast back to his original form. Lived happily ever after. This phrase is commonly used at the end of fairy tales and stories to mean the characters went on to enjoy a joyful life. It's a classic ending line in many tales, symbolizing that everything turned out well for the characters. Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey through Beauty and the Beast. This tale reminds us that true beauty lies within and that kindness has the power to transform. If you enjoyed the story and our idiom explanations, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories and language tips. Let us know in the comments which idiom or phrase you found most interesting. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and take care.